from the bottom. Ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What is the deal? It is your boy, Marley Bet. And this thing we do right here, this is Brothas N Bets. And it's Sunday, MLB edition. So y'all know on Sundays, I got the homie, my partner, Mr. LJ from Houston. The statistician is here. What up, LJ?
What's up, Marty? What's good with you?
I think this is our first MLB show this season. I mean, I know we've done MLB plays at the end of NBA, but I think this is officially the first MLB show me and you have done on this Sunday.
Okay.
So, just a quick recap, real quick, of Friday's show. What we did was these were the plays that I gave out on Friday. We had Philly Mets under 9.5 cash. Philly money line cash. Yankees Rangers under 8.5 cash. Rangers money line cash. So 4-0 day I gave you guys on Friday. Dami came on. He went 3-1. So combined, we gave y'all 7 winners, 1 loss. Dami was under 9.5. Philly Mets money lines, 1 loss. Yankees under 8.5. And Pirates Nats over 8. Dave came in, gave us 2 plays. He went 1-1. He just had the Rangers first 5 in full game. Oh, I missed that total. That's wrong then. So Dave went 2-1 actually. Let me update Dave's record. We could give him another win. There we go. All right, so the overall record for the season thus far, we're like a weekend. Your boy, I'm sitting at 8-3-1 overall. Dave is at 3-5-1, and Dami, is at 3-1. And today is LJ's first official play. Before we get started, SBO, my guy. Goddamn Cubs. What'd you say? Goddamn Cubs 4-0 and let the Cards walk them down. Yeah, I heard my boy, the coach, and Gambling G, we all in our group chat, they talking about it. I couldn't jump on it, man. It was too early for me to make a decision. And I'm not big on those London games in baseball. I'm just not a whole lot sure how those games go. LJ, you had anything on that Cubs game early this morning?
Yeah, I took the Cardinals, man. I took them on the run line, money line, and I took their team total. Simply because of
what made you do that?
Because the Cubs are 4-17 on Sundays.
Inside information.
That's just how you know me. That's how I bet. You know what I'm saying? If it's a trend that's been hitting, I'm gonna stay on it, bro. I don't care.
I like that because in particular, in most, if any sport, baseball is like the sport to follow the trends. That's what you look for. They play 160 fucking games, so at some point the numbers are just going to be what the numbers are.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's 16 games where each game you kind of got to take game by game. But baseball, like the numbers are going to be what the numbers are going to be. They're going to average out, and that's what it is. Let's jump started. We don't have a lot of time for today, so let's get it going. I don't know if you have anything on this game in particular, but this is just where we're going to start. We'll mix it up. I think we both have 2 games that we're going to talk about for the most part. Oh, I hate when my notes make me do this shit. There we go. All right, let me see. We're going to start with the Mets and Philly. I was on this game. I've been on this game for the better part of the series. The Mets run line plus 1.5, minus 125. Minus 125. The money line for the Mets is at plus 173. Hopefully, Dummy Gun joins us. We're talking about his team right now. I probably should have waited to do this game just in case he comes in later. But Phillies run line minus 1.5 is at plus 105. The money line for the Phillies is at minus 183, and the over under for the game we're looking at a 9.5. On the mound today, we have for the Mets, we got Cookie Carrasco. He's 2-3 with a 6.34 NRA over his last 3 games, 3 starts, 2 no decisions and a loss. He's went 3 innings, gave up 5 in the last one. The start before that went 4, gave up 2. In the start before that, he went 5, gave up 4. On the other side, on the other mound, we have Mr. Wheeler He's 6-4 with 3.4 ERA over his last 3 games. He has 2 wins and a decision. Last start went 6, gave up nothing. Start before that went 6, gave up 1. Start before that went 7, gave up nothing. A couple actual factuals before I let LJ take it away if he has anything on this game. Let me answer this because he's a person knows better than to call me during the live show. So, J. Obama, the O used to stand for Obama. Excuse me, you're live right now. We're doing a live show. MLB action. But whatever you were going to ask me, just pull up. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to go to the store and get some charcoal. We're barbecuing later. Anyway. All right. Back to the game.
All right,
Bet. All right. A couple action factors really quick. Mets 5-14 in their last 19 games straight up. 5-1 straight up though in the last 6 games against Philly. 3-10 LJ in their last 13 games on the road. 8-3 though straight up in the last 11 games on the road against Philly. If we're talking about totals, 8 of their last 12 have went under. 6 of the last 7 have went under against the opponent from the National League, and 6 of the last 8 have went under against an opponent from the National League East Division. Let's talk about Philly really quick. 14-5 straight up in the last 19. 3-8 straight up, however, in the last 11 against the Mets, as I stated earlier. We're talking about totals. Under in the last 7 out of 7. Under in the last 5 out of 5 against the Mets. Under in 5 of the last 5 against the Mets at home. Under in 5 of the last 6 games against an opponent from the National League. LJ, I tell you what I'm doing right now before we go any further. I'm going under, already taking it, under 9.5. We got Wheeler on the mound. He's been lights out lately. As I said, last 3 games, he's only given up 1 error. In those last 3 games, his ERA, I believe I said it earlier, it's like a 3.48. Let me get to it real quick. 3.48. Last 3 games, 2 wins with a no decision, only giving up 1 error. And I stated all the reasons why I went under earlier. So I'm on the Mets in this game on the money line. I didn't take it solo because I don't like the odds. I parlayed it with another game we'll talk about later. But as a single play, I do like the under 9.5. Got anything? I know this isn't one of your games that you had earlier. But do you got any ideas, any notes, or nothing for you?
Well, no, I don't have anything on the game. I just don't cap the Mets or the Phillies for the most part, as far as the runs and things. But I did have a player. I have a player that I follow with the props in this series, Nick Castellanos for the Phillies. He has 1+ hits in 11 out of his last 13 division games. He's batting .427 in the division, which is number 3 in the major leagues. But he has bad numbers versus Carrasco. You know, he has 2 RBIs, but he struck out 16 times, batting .231 versus him. So that's why I stayed off of him today. You know, I didn't like the numbers versus the pitcher. So, no, I didn't have anything in this game at all.
All right, I got your segment. I create that segment just for you. We talking props, so you don't have to worry about your prop bets. All right, so it looks like I'm the only. What SBO say? Still got Baltimore money line and the under on the Yanks and Rangers. We will talk about that Yanks and Rangers game. Under, feeling confident with them too, so I should be okay. I think so. The Orioles game, SBO. I looked at it. I thought about it. I'm weird about taking like 2 good teams when they play each other. For the most part, I stay off because I kind of feel like it's 50-50 unless I can find like a pitching advantage or some type of advantage that I can find. If not, I tend to stay away. Call me scary, maybe. But yeah, I'm not feeling it. So we're going to keep it going real quick. This is a game I'm off of. It's one of LJ games. I was on this yesterday, and the result just made me say, fuck it. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at because I took Kelly yesterday, LJ. Mm-hmm. And, he let me down. And I don't want to necessarily say he let me down because they were up 5-3 at one point in this game, in the middle of the game. And I just say the Giants are hot right now, and I don't want to step in front of that train again. It's kind of what I did last week. We'll go over the numbers real quick before I let you take it away. Maybe you can convince me to get back on. We're talking about the D-backs and the Giants. The Giants have been one of the hottest teams here lately. I believe they've won like 8 or 9 out of 10 or maybe 7 out of 10, something like that. They're really hot right now. D-backs run line plus 1.5 is at minus 175. The money line is at plus 113. The Giants run line minus 1.5 is at plus 155. The money line is at minus 123. We're looking at a total of 9 on the mound today. We have Nelson, who's 3-4 for the Diamondbacks with a 5.31 ERA over his last 3 games. We have a no decision in the last game, a loss in the game before that, and a win in the game before that. Last game he went 5, gave up 3. Game before that, 4, gave up 5. And the game before that went 5 and gave up nothing. I always say this name wrong. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Descalfini for the Giants. Descalfini. I don't know. I think I always feel like I'm saying it wrong. 4-6, 4.38 ERA over his last 3 games. We got 2 no decisions and a loss. He's went 5, gave up 3 in his last outing. Went 3, gave up 5, and the outing before that went 6, gave up 2. So we know at least he's going to give up something. Couple actual factors real quick before I let LJ take it away. For the D-backs, they're 12-4 straight up in their last 16 games, 7-2 straight up in the last 9 games against an opponent from the NL West division. And when we're talking totals, guess what? Over 5 of the last 7 games. Over 4 of the last 5 games against the Giants, and over in 4 of the last 6 against an opponent from the National League. The Giants, streaky, hottest team in baseball, one of the hottest teams in baseball, I should say. 12-1 straight up in their last 13 games. 6-1 straight up in the last 7 games at home. 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games against an opponent from the National League. We're talking totals, the swing in the goddamn bat. Over in 9 of their last 11 games. Over in 4 of their last 5 games playing against the D-backs. Over in 7 of the last 9 games against an opponent from the NL West division. LJ, I told you I don't have a play on this game, but I'm leaning over right now. What you got?
Yeah, bro. I'm already jumped on the Diamondbacks, man. They're coming off a loss. And they are on sweep alert because the Giants have won 2 games in a row in this series.
I thought we don't bet the sweeps, LJ.
I know. That's why I'm taking the sweep. I don't think the Giants are going to sweep.
D-backs, right? You're betting against the sweep. Sorry.
Yeah, they're 4-1 in their last 5 to the run line after a loss, and they haven't been swept all year. You know, they only lost 3 games in a row one time all year, but that was within a series because they played Toronto. I believe it was the series that they played 4 games in that series. They won the first game, but then they lost the last 3 in that series. So that's why they lost 3 in a row, but they didn't lose that series. I mean, they didn't get swept in the series is what I'm trying to say. So they haven't been swept in a series all year long. And they're leading that division, that National League West, you know, so this is a division game. The Giants aren't a good team on the home favorite for the most part. I think they're like 11-15, somewhere around there. So they have a losing record as a home favorite. And Arizona as a road dog, you know, they have a better record than that home favorite the Giants have. So that's why I'm going to step on Arizona, man. I'm going to trust the numbers. Like I said, they're 21-10 to the run line after a loss. They're 4-1 in their last 5. So I'm on the Diamondbacks plus 114 money line to avoid the sweep. And I have a prop bet in this game. The lineups haven't came out yet, but if this guy's in the lineup,
hold on. Let me ask you this. Hold on.
Okay.
On your props, do you rather we just do the segment of props, or do you like giving them out as we talk about the game?
Yeah, because I think as we're talking the game, I think we should talk the batter or the pitcher that I have a prop in that, so we won't have to go back to it. You see what I'm saying?
All right, time purposes. Take it
away. Yeah, it's a guy named Perdomo on Arizona. I think he's the leadoff hitter. He's had 1+ hits 12 out of his last 15 road games, batting .372 on the road, which is number 1 in the MLB. So I think we continue to stay on this guy. You see what I'm saying? His streak is hot right now. He's the leadoff batter, I do believe, but the lineups aren't out yet. So let's make sure he's in the lineup today. But his last name is Perdomo. 1+ hits, 12 out of his last 15 road games. So I'm gonna take his over 1.5 hit today. But for official, for sure, Arizona money line plus 114.
Arizona on the money line. All right. OJ. So man, I like I said, I went with because the D-backs are playing pretty good baseball right now as an overall team. And I went with them yesterday because Kelly was on the mound, but so I'm having a little I don't want to call it buyer's remorse, but I'm a little apprehensive about taking them again right now, mainly because I lost yesterday. It really has nothing to do with the numbers for today.
What's their team total at? Because if you don't trust the win, I do lean the over because the Giants and the D-backs have been putting up runs. So they've had 5+ runs 8 out of their last 9 games. So if it's at 4.5, I would trust that. But if it's over 5.5, I would stay off of it because they can hit 5.
Over. I like the over. I didn't make a play on it, but just going over all the numbers, I was leaning over. I think convinced myself to get at it. We're at 9. So the team total was at a 4.5 right now. You're getting plus money on the over at plus 105, but you need 5 runs. I hate the 4.5. I like 4. I don't know how I feel about 4.5.
I mean, they've had 5+ 8 out of their last 9 games.
Well, never mind. Forget everything I just said.
That's a good bet, but I'm not going to take it because I usually don't take 2+ monies in the same game for the most part. I'd rather just take one. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just going to trust to avoid the sweep. I don't think they're going to get swept. So I just take the money line on plus 114.
Excuse me. I was about to say because I know this is one of our rules about sweeps and betting against the sweep. Do you blindly do that sometimes? Like, I know for me, when we came up with this rule, or at least when we first started talking about it together anyway, sometimes I'll just look at it and either stay away or bet the game just based off the sweep. Rarely, don't get me wrong, it's not like a rule I live by, but do you do that sometimes? Like just off the rip, we're going to throw out the numbers this game just because I'm betting against the sweep. I'm fading.
Yeah, I usually tend, those are the games I key on Sundays and on Mondays to see who's lost both games in the series. But it really depends on the team because I'm not going to bet Detroit or the Royals. You see what I'm saying? To avoid a sweep or Oakland. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a competitive team, you know what I'm saying? And they're on sweep alert. Yeah, I tend to bet that team blindly. I don't even look at the numbers because I'd rather you come out more of a positive playing the sweep. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. Obviously, we're not going to bet the Royals or, the A's.
Yeah.
Those type teams to go against the sweep. But if we got a decent to good team, average or better, competitive, as you said, team, then yeah. Because I was just wondering if that's just something I do or is it something you do as well that live by that rule? Because it's hard to sweep a team, so you expect to get them at least get one. All right, moving on before these games come on. Let's go to the Rangers and Yankees. I've been on every game this and LJ, I kind of got this from you before I dive into the numbers. I've just literally been bet. I'm not going to say every game, but almost. I've just been betting the Rangers blind. Not necessarily blind, but I'm just going to take the Rangers on the money line. Mm-hmm. Now, this series, it hasn't worked out, or it's worked out. It's 1-1. So for however you say it's worked or not worked out, it's 1-1 right now. I've been on the under both games this series. It's cashed. And spoiler alert, I'm on the under again, especially we got Evaldi and we got Cole on the mound. And it's funny because when I looked up this line this morning, it was at 7.5. And now it's at 8. Let me go double check. 8.5. I saw it at 8.5. Let me make sure it's not moved. I got the lines up right now. So I got an 8. Let me edit that from 8.5 to 8. But now I got an 8. So, and that's pretty much what I've been getting without Cole and Evaldi on the mound. So my thought process was like, okay, well, now I got 2 of the aces. How can I not take the under 8? But I'm kind of one of those guys that's like, I've been on this under 2 games in a row and it's cashed. Normally, I would jump off. But as we stated earlier, it's baseball. You got to stick with the numbers. The numbers are telling you what it is. And the numbers say right now, or at least since Judge went out, the Yankees fucking bats suck. At least since Judge has been out. Stanton's not hitting. I think they only won yesterday. I watched the game yesterday. They only won yesterday because they got a solo home run out of McKinney. And for whatever reason, the Rangers bats aren't batting in New York. So before we even get into anything, I'll just full disclosure. I'm on the under right now. I took the under 4.5 for the first 5, and I took the under for the full game at 8. I'm off the side just because, we got 2 aces. I want to lean Rangers because they're bats, but they haven't been hitting shit in this series. So I'll read the lines off, but since I've been talking already, I won't go into the actual factual so much. I just kind of want your thoughts on what I just said. I know you don't have a play on this game, but Rangers run line plus 1.5 is at minus 210. The money line for the Rangers is at minus 102. Yankees run line minus 1.5 is at plus 175. The money line is at minus 108. Total is at 8. Pitchers we got on the mound today is Eovaldi and Cole, both the aces right now. Both have been dealing lately. I'm not going to read off all the actual factuals unless somebody in the chat asks me to, but got a good read on this series. We've bet on every game of this series. I've read the actual factual off twice. So, LJ, any thoughts on my underplays and any leans on the sides if you have one? I know you don't have a play on the game.
I actually do have a lean, and I'm probably gonna bet it.
Okay.
I like your underplay. The Yankees they are an under team, especially at home for the most part. And you do have 2 aces on the mound, like you just mentioned, Eovaldi and Cole. Eovaldi is top 5 in ERA on the road as well. So for that reason alone, and he's won his last two starts on the road too, I believe. I'm not sure about that, but I do believe he's won his last 2 road starts as well. So for the simple fact that the Rangers, bro, are 20-8 to the run line off a loss, 14-6 to the run line as a road dog, I'm gonna go with the Rangers money line plus 100. I just believe that they'll win this series because they are one of the top teams in the league with winning series. So it's 1-1. They could win this. You see what I'm saying? The Yankees off a win, they have 21 losses to the run line as a home favorite. So if they will win this game, they probably will win by 1 run. But I'm going to take the plus money for the simple fact the Rangers can hit that run line off a loss and possibly win. So I will lean towards the Rangers. I'm most likely going to bet the game before it starts. So you can put that for show purposes. Rangers money line plus 100.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like it. I mean, only thing that's keeping me off of the Rangers money line, I think they're the better team because of their bats right now, is that, again, I lost yesterday and I'm weird about betting something that I lost off of, even though I'm telling everybody the numbers are what the numbers are. The numbers are going to be what the numbers are going to be. The numbers say take Rangers, right? I get it. But, that's a personal thing I have to overcome because I agree with you. I want to take the Rangers. I still may take the Rangers. I've taken both unders, like I said, first 5 and full game. So I may jump. I may jump now. I just need somebody to push me off the ledge. I'm on the cliff, and I'm on the edge. I just need somebody to push me. Say, nigga, just jump, God damn it, jump. All right, let's go back hometown. And if we're talking hometown, we're talking about goddamn Astros. I believe they lost their first 2 games.
They on sweep alert as well.
Yeah, I believe they are on sweep alert as well. Let's talk about it. Astros, Dodgers. The run line for the Astros plus 1.5 is at minus 175. The money line was at 111. I'm going to get current lines. Give me a second. Dodgers run line minus 1.5 is at plus 155. The money line is at minus 121 with a total of 8.5. On the mound today, we have Hunter Brown, I believe. Yep. Hunter Brown, 6-4, 3.78 ERA. Over his last 3, he has a loss, a win, and a loss. Last outing, 5 innings, pitched 6 ERA against the Mets. But before that was lights out. 7 innings, no error. 6 innings, 3. Not a basic game. We got Gonzalez. How you say his name? Goslin. Gosling. There we go. But there's an N right there. That's what's throwing me off from the Gosling. You know what I'm trying to say. He's been lights out. 4-2, 2.92 ERA. But over his last 3 starts, we got a loss, a win, and no decision. Last start, those hot ass Giants, he went 7, gave up. He went 5 and gave up 7. In the start before that, he went 6, gave up nothing. In the start before that, he went 5 and gave up 3. Haven't made a play on this game. Gonna let LJ take it away. Sometimes I don't bet Astros games simply because, bro, they're the home team, and sometimes my feelings get into it more than anything else. What up, Nate? I see you, big dog. Nasty Nate in the goddamn building. LJ, Astros, Dodgers. What you got?
Yeah, I'm jumping on Astros, bro. Money line plus 114 again. Off a loss. They haven't been swept all year. Another correlation with Arizona. And I'm a Hunter Brown fan, man. He's had 5 quality starts on his 7 road starts. He's a dog, man. And I like how when he gets in trouble, he'll get out of that inning. You know, he doesn't give up. Him and Valdez have a kind of a mindset that I like. When they get down and they get in trouble, you know, they take it personally. So I like Hunter Brown, and I'm going to trust him today to avoid this sweep on the Dodgers because the Astros should have won that game last night. That balk was a question that Stadlick had that gave them Dodgers that run to take the lead, and Astros pretty much imploded after that. So for the most part, they held fast to the Dodgers in that game yesterday, and they could have won that game. So I'm going to jump back on them today. They're averaging 6 runs in their last 3 games. The Dodgers only averaging 4 runs in their last 5. They're bottom 7 in batting average in their last 5 games as well. And this is a great trend right here, a situation to where the Dodgers are 0-2 in a home Sunday game when they have to go on the road the next game. So I'm going to trust to stay on that trend as well, avoid the sweep, and I'm going to take the Astros money line plus 114.
Gotcha. All right. I haven't made a decision on that one yet. I want to fade the sweep. I want to take the Astros. Goddamn guys have been pitching. Other than his last outing. His last outing, he got his ass smacked up. But I look at that and I say, well, the Giants have been smacking up everybody over the last 10 games. So was it like him pitching bad, or was it the Giants smacking everybody ass up? So kind of a tough one for me. All right, last game before we get up out of here. You guys still have about 20 minutes to make your plays. We're talking about the Pirates. We're talking about the Marlins. Pirates run line plus 1.5 is at minus 150, plus 152. The Marlins run line minus 1.5 is at plus 130. Money line is at minus 162. The total is at 7. On the mound, Oviedo, he's 3-7 with a 4.30 ERA for the Pirates. And for the Marlins, Yuri Perez, and shit, Yuri's just been fucking amazing. 4-1, 1.54 ERA. Last 3 games, 2 no decisions and a win, but it wasn't him. He's just not getting run support. 6 innings pitched last game, 0 error. 6 innings pitched before that, 0 error. 5 innings pitched before that, 1 error. He's just been practically amazing at the end of the day, and he is the reason I am on this game. I am on him for the first 5. Parlayed that with the Phillies. That's the game we were talking about earlier. Parlayed that with the Phillies on the money line. Didn't like the odds I was getting. I also took the Marlins money line at minus 162. And I'm just really all about Perez right here. And also, there's 2 reasons why I'm fading the Pirates. One, I don't think they're as good as their record indicates when they started the season off. They started out hot as shit, and I just think they've reverted back down to who they really are, personally. Maybe they're a little bit better than last year's team, but I don't think so. And then we talk about Oviedo over his last 3 starts. He's given up. He went 6, gave up 2. Before that, went 4, and gave up 4, and went 6 and gave up 2. All 3 losses. ERA is above 4 at 4.30, and they're 1-12 straight up in their last 12 games. 1-8 straight up in their last 9 games on the road, and 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games against the Marlins. And Gambling Graylow, if you listen, Gambling G, I know this one of your team. I just fade this team because I don't like them. I don't like them. I just think they're frauds. It's just so when I see them and I see that record, and I just be like, that's not who they are. And so I've been fading them. And I like the Marlins. They've been playing pretty good this season, a lot better than what they have in the past. So I'm on the first 5 here, LJ, and I'm also on the full game with Yuri on the mound. Yuri Perez, that is. He's just been dealing. I don't know if you got any thoughts or any leans on this game.
Nah, not for the side, but I have a player in this game that I've been cashing with for the most part, the last month or so.
Well, let's talk about it.
The number 1 batter in the NL, man. I mean, Luis Reyes for the Marlins. He's on an 8-game hit streak. He's batting .434 at home, which is number 1 in the major leagues. And he's batting .468 versus the division. Now, mind you, the Pirates, I don't think the Pirates are in the division, but I'm just saying 1+ hit, 14 out of his last 15 home games. So when this guy's at home, he's a for sure bet. And when he's versus the division, he's an even more for sure bet. So just think about that for the future. Luis Reyes for the Marlins. Take him at home and take him versus the division. Now, today, he's at home. His over 1.5 bases is +102. I believe that's a good bet because he's leading the National League in batting average. So if he gets 1 hit, he can hit a double. He can get a home run. Who knows what he can get. But I'm going to trust the fact that he can get 2 bases off of 1 hit, opposed to me trying, to get 2 hits. You see what I'm saying? Because his 2 hits is at -110, but the over 1.5 bases is +102. So I'd rather take the plus money because I think he could probably get a double, maybe even hit a home run. So because of how well his batting averages is at home. So Luis Reyes, over 1.5 bases, +102 is my prop bet for that game, but I don't have a side. I would lean Marlins because they are at home, and the Pirates aren't a good team, as you just mentioned. So, yeah, that would be my lean, but I'm going to trust Luis Reyes can get that over 1.5 bases today.
Gotcha. You got any more props you want to talk about?
Yeah, man, I got a couple of people, man, but like I said, Marty, the lineups aren't out yet, so it's kind of hard for me to make a price on it, but I could give some people just to look at. You see what I'm saying for today?
Right.
Look at Acuna for the Braves. He's on an 11 straight road game hitting streak. He's batting .353 on the road on the season versus the Reds. And also, another play that has been cashing for me since the Reds play at home, Marley, they are, hold on, I want to get the number right. I know in the last 15 games, or the last 14 games, the Reds are 11-3 to the first 5 over at home. I mean, that bet right there is just a blind bet that I've been betting for this month in June and in May because it's just a ridiculous number. The Reds, they score a lot, and when they're at home, they give up a lot, so right. I suggest that you continue to keep taking the Reds' first 5 over at home. It is a cash money bet. And the Braves put up runs as well. So I see both the first 5 and the full game going over today for the most part. But I truly trust the first 5. Yes, I would trust it. I'm telling you, they can't raise that high enough because every time they raise it, they hit it. So I would trust it. It's hit the last 2 games. You see what I'm saying? So if it don't hit this game, it's hit the last 2 out of the 3. But hey, I'm an investor. I invested my bet. And this is an investment in my bet that I've been investing the last 2 months. So I'm going to continue to keep taking it till it shows me that it's not hitting anymore. So Reds, first 5 over at home is a money cow for me. But far as a hitter in that, Dela Cruz for the Reds, 8 home games he has played since he's been called up from the minors. He had a hit in every game. He's batting 484 at home, and they're at home again today. So De La Cruz, look for him. Over half a hit, 2+ bases, however you want to take it. Just look at your prices, look at the numbers, see what they offer you. But De La Cruz for the Reds for sure will have a hit today. And Ohtani, man, on the road, just been smashing, batting 325. He's had 21 hits out of his last 25 games, 16 out of the last 17 road games. He had a hit last night, almost hit a home run, I believe. But him and Mike Trout have been smashing. But Ohtani on the road is a player that you should look at as well.
Well, everybody had a hit last night.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So those are my 3 for sure. I'm looking at, but like I said, I'm gonna tweet them out if I make them. But I've already took Santander for the Orioles. I believe I'm saying his name wrong, but his name is Santander, whatever. They know who I'm talking about for the Orioles. 2+ bases, 9 out of his 11 home games, and he has great numbers versus this pitcher today. He is going up against Kirby, I believe. Yes, and he has. He's 3-6 off of Kirby. 1 home run, 2 RBIs, batting 500. So I took his over 1.5 bases already, -104, locked it in. That's my first official prop bet since the lineup has came out, but I will be tweeting out more once the lineups come out. So those are my plays.
All right, quick recap before we get out of here. Give you guys a little bit of time to make some bets. LJ's plays. Let me know if I got anything wrong. D-backs, money line. Rangers, money line. Astros, money line. 2 of those 3 teams are looking to avoid the sweep. So keep that in mind. Your boy. I got Mets, Phillies, under 9.5. Yankees, Rangers, under first 5 and full game. Marlins, money line, first 5 and full game. I'm gonna jump on the Rangers money line with LJ, but it's not one of my official plays. But just betters, if you're out there listening, you're curious, I'm gonna do that. Should be fucking a tight game though. And the ball be on the line. That's one of those, LJ, what we call in our group chat with Pete, with the coach and Graylo and Mikey, is a butt pucker special. Gonna be clutching those cheeks all game, like riding it out, trying to see what's gonna happen. Good old butt pucker special. LJ, so they can get those prop bets, tell the people where they can find you at.
Man, y'all can find me at LJ Sports Media on Twitter. I will be tweeting them out. I'm looking at maybe 3 more guys that I'm going to tweet out some batter prop bets. And I might have a picture as well. But just waiting to see, lineups, see how we're going to do it. But be paying attention. Have your notifications on. LJ from H-Town at LJ Sports Media on Twitter.
The statistician, goddamn it, because the man has the stats. He puts the work in. And me, your boy, at Marley Bet. Catch me here at Brothas N Bets. Catch me with the homie Picks from Dave, at Picks from Dave. And I'm fucking with at Got Me Gun right now. So catch me at those 3 spots. Catch me always here. I am Marley Bets, and this is Brothas N Bets, and may the odds ever be in your favor. Like yesterday. Last show, we smacked them up. 4-0. Smack, smack, smack. I got the statistician here today. So like today, we're going to smack them up again. I'm sure I'll have at Picks from Dave tomorrow. So we're going to smack them up again tomorrow. You and y'all already know what it is, man. Let's beat Vegas.
Check it out. Look, we from the the bottom. Ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we make